Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillah wa alhamdulillah. Wassalatu wassalam ala rasulillah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. So welcome guys. So we already started with the prerequisites and we've moved on. So this is the third episode now. This third episode we are going to start. I told you we are not going to play around, okay? So if you have a book with you, go and get your book, okay? And follow the argumentation. And I'll give you like the basics. So we start from the basics. We start from the meaning of these things, and then we move on to the argumentation that you can present against some of these claims, okay? So now, the doctrine of the Trinity, I told you, is one of the things I've studied, okay? So I can explain it to you guys in a simpler way. All right, so let's start with this. That even at least at the end of this, you have more knowledge than the average Christian, okay, on these issues. Okay, so now, the first thing you need to know about the doctrine of the Trinity is that there's a history behind it, okay? So there's a whole history about the doctrine of the Trinity and its development. So it was developed, okay? It's not something that everybody just knew. It had to be developed, and a lot of people had different conceptions about it, okay? So know that. Is there only one Trinity? Even till today, if you go into the scholarly works, you will see many types of the Trinity. I can just show you real quick, okay? Let me just show you some real quick. So this is a work. The name of this paper is this is the Trinity Encyclopedia. Wait, why is this not focusing? Okay, so this is it, right? No way. Come on. Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy. Wait a moment, guys. Why is it not focusing on it? Anyway, these are some of the trinities you can have. In today, there are many in the past, and all these heresies. I'll get into all of that, but I just want to show you. See this paper? It was written by Professor Dawah, and there are many types of the Trinity here. You can see many different types, such that they are not just different types. They are different so much so that if one is true, the other one is false. Okay, that's how different they are. So, is there any one Trinity? No, there's not. Okay, so now what is even the Trinity? Okay. I'm thinking like actually right now I'm actually asking, should I go into the history or I should go into the doctrine itself? But what I will do now is that I will go into the doctrine, I will explain like the basics. Then as we go along, I'll be showing you some of the history and the historical positions that have been held by all of this. Okay. So but wait a moment. Remember something. What do you need to discuss the Trinity? Very important before I go forward. You need some stuff before you can start talking about the Trinity. One of them is this. You need to understand something called metaphysics. Okay? You need to know metaphysics. What does that mean? The study of being. Metaphysics is the study of being. Okay? Now, you need to know, what's it called? Metaphysics. Okay. And you need to know what is your position. What is your main argument against it? The main thing, if you understand that, then you can start talking about it. Okay, is monotheism. Okay, the main thing is monotheism. All right, so this is your stuff. If you know or you understand the meaning of monotheism, by the way, just search it up. What is monotheism? Just search it, and then you know. But just simple, one God. Okay, one God. And opposite of polytheism. Polytheism will be many gods. Okay. Now, metaphysics is the study of being. Okay, being. I'll start introducing some terms later, but just for now, the study of being. So we need to know this. If you can understand this, I will try and give you some of them. You see, most of it. This is where I'm getting it from. But I'm just by the way, if you watch this series, you have a general idea. Okay, so you don't need to like say, okay, now I'm going to go and study metaphysics. That would be great. But if you cannot do that, just watch the series entirely, and then you understand it. You have the general understanding of it, inshallah. So we are going to use, because we are going to be using this study of being a lot, and the monotheism part also a lot. This is what, even by the way, let me just give you some real quick history here. the tritheism objection. The tritheism, meaning the idea that there's three God objection. Tritheism. Tri means three. Okay, Trinity. Trinity. Okay, tritheism. Okay, now this tri means three. This objection is as old as the Trinity. Okay, since the first time someone started talking about some kind of Trinity, they were accused of tritheism, worshiping three gods, and that's what they have tried to deny since all that time. Okay, so that's what still continues till today. Okay, so this is what you need to know generally about the doctrine of the Trinity. What you need to know is metaphysics. We're going to be using like the study of being. What is a being? Okay, we're going to be asking those kind of questions. And monotheism is the idea of there's one God. Anyone that deviates from this is not worshiping the God of Abraham, because why? The God of Abraham is monotheistic. Okay, it's one God. So that is what you will use, and this metaphysics is what you use to go around the arguments, the language that you're using. So with the metaphysics, you'll be able to understand all the terms that you're using. Then with monotheism, you'll be able to point it to them that, see, this is not monotheism, okay, and all of that. So we'll get into that. So for this video, this is third episode. So alhamdulillah. So we go to the next part where we'll actually explain what is the doctrine of the Trinity. So I hope you get that. So assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.